Welcome to Vent with Michelle Malkin. On the front burner today, going undercover to investigate Planned Parenthood. The mainstream media loves investigative journalism. Every J-School grad hits the bricks wanting to become the next Woodward and Bernstein. The MSM doesn't love all investigative journalism though, just the kind that fits its agenda. For instance, a TV station in Tennessee and ABC News recently produced separate investigative pieces on deceptive tactics used by military recruiters to attract and sign recruits. They use the usual investigative techniques, hidden cameras, deception to gain access to their targets, and so forth. Well, the New York Times, the Columbia Journalism Review, and editor and publisher all touted these investigations as great examples of journalists speaking truth to power. The Democrat chairman of a House Armed Services subcommittee is now urging an Army probe of recruiting practices and the recruitment of the mentally ill based on the investigative reports. After a local CBS station picked up the story, the Army shut down its recruiting stations nationwide for ethics training. But out in California, an 18-year-old college student conducted her own investigative journalism. She used a hidden camera, gained access to her target through deceit, and pulled off a shocking story. You're not likely to hear anyone in the mainstream media tout her work, though. Lila Rose, UCLA student and editor of the campus pro-life newsletter, The Advocate, posed as a 15-year-old girl impregnated by a 23-year-old man seeking an abortion at a local Planned Parenthood clinic. A girl in that situation would be a victim of statutory rape, and Planned Parenthood is obligated by California law to report it to the police. Instead, the Planned Parenthood staff member advised Rose to lie about her age. Quote, "If you're 15, we have to report it," the staffer told Rose in a secretly taped video. "If you're not, if you're older than that, then we don't need to." "Okay, but if I just say I'm not 15, then it's different?" Rose queried back. "You could say 16, the worker helpfully suggested. "Just figure out a birth date that works, and I don't know anything," unquote. Rose's investigation embarrassed Planned Parenthood, which is now suing her to suppress her video. No mainstream media outlets have come to her aid or touted her work. Rose's investigation isn't the first to expose Planned Parenthood. In 2002, pro-life group Life Dynamics made a series of phone calls to Planned Parenthood and National Abortion Federation offices in which a woman posed as a 13-year-old girl impregnated by a 22-year-old man, cases that both would be required by law to report to authorities. Life Dynamics recorded 800 calls like these.
Yeah, but it's a legal thing. So,
well, what could happen?
well, he could get in trouble, not you, but he could. So,
Well, are you going to tell on him?
no, I won't. But maybe when you go to the doctor, you shouldn't tell them how old your boyfriend is.
Oh, okay.
I think that would be better.
Okay.
Just, maybe have a girlfriend come with you and tell him your boyfriend's 16 or something.
Oh,
Because he could get in a lot of trouble.
okay.
Okay, so don't say anything about that.
Because you go in front of a judge and then he grants permission for you to have an abortion without your parents finding out.
Okay.
My problem is that if I were you, and this is just strictly off the record, if I were you, I would not say anything about your boyfriend being 22 years old.
So what I'm saying is, if we're not going to ask if you don't tell us.
Okay.
So, he can definitely bring you in, and there's no problem with that at all. Just probably I'd have to just suggest that you don't bring up the age thing to us.
And there's more. In Ohio, a teenager is now suing Planned Parenthood, accusing staff in a Cincinnati office of failing to report that she had been a victim of incest, a failure that she charges led to another 18 months of abuse. Taken together, these stories paint a picture of a big business manipulating potential underage customers and flouting the law all over the country. Where's the mainstream media? Aren't Lila Rose's and Life Dynamics investigations worthy of the same fawning attention that the Times and editor and publisher gave to the ABC crew? Evidently, some undercover journalists are more equal than others. Till next Vent, I'm Michelle Malkin for Hot Air.